Hello guys, in this session we are going to cover the second method of passing array to function, that is by passing the entire array to function at a time. That is, in single go we can pass entire array to function. So let us see the demonstration. So first create one array. I am taking size is 5. Then we require I variable for reading those elements. Then read array from user, enter 5 elements of array. Then I'm going to read these elements at runtime from user. So %d, comma, here we should set the limit I is equal to 0, I less than 5 and I plus plus. Then all those elements will be placed at address of a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, a of 5. So this is the reading part. Now what we are going to do, we are going to pass this array to display function. So I will call display. At the same time I will declare display function. Then there should be display definition, that is function definition. See, this is function declaration, this is function call, and this is function definition. Now how to pass entire array to function at a time? So simply by passing base address of array. So see how to get base address of array. Now see, we have one diagram. So consider this is array, a array which is available with main function, and consider these are the addresses. So you know that array elements are always stored in continuous memory location. So each block will take 4 bytes. So 100, 104, 108, 112 and 116. So here we are passing this base address, that is address of a of 0, that is 100. So to collect this address I am going to take one pointer. I'm going to take one pointer variable, because I am passing what? Address. So consider this is pointer variable. So I'm storing that address here. So your pointer is now pointing to this particular block. Okay. So to access this 10 value, you can use star ptr. As I'm going to print all those 5 values, so I is equal to 0, I is equal to, now while passing base address you can also pass the size of array, and you can collect that size formal parameter. So that will be limit. Declare this I variable here. Okay. Modify function declaration accordingly. Okay, and you can print those values. So ptr is 100 and star ptr is value at 100. So see, ptr is 100 and star ptr is value at 100, that is 10. Getting? Now you'll get 10 output here initially, but how to get next value, that is how to get 20. So 20 is present at 104. So to get 104 inside ptr, you should increment pointer. So whenever we increment pointer will be incremented by the size of data type. So see, the current value of ptr is 100. So whenever we increment ptr, then it will be incremented by the size of data type. Now the size of integer is 4 byte on 32-bit platform. So this will be incremented by 4 bytes. So automatically it will have 104, that means it will point to 20 and so on. Getting? So you'll get all those values, and at last this will have 120. So on exiting from this for loop, it will have 120 here. So it will point to like this, it will point to, sorry, it will point somewhere here, getting, so that block doesn't exist in your array, so it will point to 1. It will have, it will have 120, so that block doesn't exist here right now. 120. So on exiting from this for loop, it will have 120. Okay, but before that you are able to print all the values of array, getting, so this you can do. So let us compile this program. Give 10 elements of array. See the output, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So see, what is the difference between this method and previous method? Here you have call function only once, only one time, getting. So then also you are able to pass entire array to function. So how we have passed array to function, entire array to function, we have passed its base address, getting. So this is one method, and you can also pass base address of array by passing the name of array. That is also correct. So name of array is itself base address of array. So instead of using address a of 0, you can also use name of array. Name of array is also base address of array, getting. So this is also one of the method, getting, to pass base address of array. And this is what, this is the program for passing entire array to function, getting. So see, this is what function declaration, this is what function call, and this is function definition. Now see, actual parameters are here, actual parameter is address, this is what integer value, simple size of array. These are formal parameters, ptr, here formal parameter is pointer, and here formal parameter is simple integer variable, getting. And see, you know that function, this is function definition, but function definition has two parts. This is function header and this is function body, okay. And function declaration is very similar to function header except semicolon. So see, this part is similar to function header, So this is what the second method of passing array to function. So we have passed entire array to function by passing the base address of array. Okay, thank you.